sharpest knife possible. So when I'm cutting out my little details, I'll go through. I mean, the point doesn't last very long. We can cut out little tiny details, but I have to keep refurnishing this. You know, every few minutes the point will get dull, and a lot of times I can't use the knife because the fibers on the paper are too soft. So I've got to use a cuticle knife or a cuticle scissors to cut through the paper. Otherwise, the fibers will tear. The knife will tear the fibers. And I'll only be able to, say, nick out a point on it, the piece, and then come back and cut it. Mainly I use the scissors because they're best. I have my medical people cut out. I have biblical bodies cut out from Bibles, children from fairy tales, circles, legs, medical heads, flowers. All of it's organized in here as well. More birds, and it's just page after page of birds. And I have many, many birds that I use in my images. And here they are all cut out. This piece is called Theories of Personality, and I have a head here in which I've placed a smaller head in which he has some kind of disease, probably smallpox or something, and he's looking at this plumb line. As you can see, I've cut it out. It's hair thin, and the piece really means, as you spread out, to see that he's got 3 more voices besides the head that's within himself. There are 3 more speaking voices that the personality has, and they can be frayed with the rope here. They are like screams, but they're silent screams. And the plum is really hypnotizing the personality in order to maintain its integrity. I like to give things height because I think it gives it motion and action, and also just makes it more interesting to look at. And I use foam core squares to get the height on the pieces. And I almost always use height to give a shadow also onto the page. It just makes it more real. But I've counted on this one piece alone 750 arrows that I've done on all these ladies, and I've yet to present them. So they go on and on. And these are all hand cut out arrows. Now you can see how tiny I can get. So tiny they are. I've yet to find a good presentation for these. The machinery is like my piece Homebody. It's a man inside a machine with all the organs and veins, and yeah, it's man the machine. When I make a machine, it's about how best do I make myself function in this world. You know, with machine parts, with putty, with bandages, however it is that I have to get this machine that's me going in this world. That's what it means to me, the machines. The children are definitely a part, I would have to say, of my childhood, of like warnings from childhood, or from learning from mistakes from my childhood. The children are also, they're innocent. but they're cruel in a way. Yeah, they're innocent but cruel. And everyone is like defleshed. I don't. It's not necessarily the unconsciousness that I'm trying to portray, but just the stripped awayness of emotion, of everyday life. I mean, how it can strip you of your own flesh. The birds, for me, they're messengers, either from oneself or from a divine inspiration, but it's mainly from oneself. It's the unconscious, either pecking away at the brain or the body to tell the person or myself something. And with a lot of the medical operations, they're dissections and reconstructions of bodies to reconstruct myself, to